Hey, y'all, welcome back to SLB Basement Bourbon Bar. We have a treat for you today. I'm telling you, normally, Trenton, I have to admit something. I've got to be honest here. And you know me, I'm going to be honest regardless. I'd have some trepidation review a single bottle review for a video for a rye whiskey. Don't get irritated with me. Don't get irritated. For a rye whiskey that's not, readily available, countrywide. Let's put it that way.
That's fair.
However, this is this year's 2025 first release for Raconteur Rye, right? Correct?
Yeah.
And I'm talking out loud here. I'm just going with it. I told Trenton before he hit the button, this is his video. Just do what you want. Here I am just rambling. But I just want to say this. Last year's Raconteur Rye, David Jennings has a massive, part in this, and there's a partnership there and all that. But
Rare Bird 101.
Correct.
If David Jennings.
yes, yeah,
For anybody that doesn't know.
yeah, and it's not that we've never even met personally.
No, we
And I can't even say we're buddies. We're not. It's not like that.
No.
But I've got massive respect for him. He's everything Wild Turkey. He's my Wild Turkey Bible if I need to look up anything and figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
So I got so much respect for him. But it's not even about that. Last year's release that came out with the Raconteur Rye, I was literally blown away. I had, with him being involved, I figured it had to be pretty good. But it was like way up here. It was incredibly good.
It didn't quite make the top 5. Last year was a tough year for ryes. Like, this was in the list. We tasted it.
Mm-hmm. It was.
It did end up making a special mention. And it's currently here. It got a spot on the top shelf in the back of the video. So it was dang
saying
good.
something for me for a rye whiskey.
Yeah, and I was working Friday, and I got a knock at the door, and it was UPS, and they dropped a bottle off. I didn't know it was a bottle at the time, but it was addressed to me. I was like, I didn't order anything, so I opened it, and it was this, and I didn't order it. So this is going to be, I guess, an unfiltered review. This is the Miz Kiss batch number 3, 8-year. Kentucky rye whiskey finished in Mizunara casks at barrel proof. This is whatever 59.1 times 2 is. 119 something.
And I think you were talking before the video started that this is going to be available on Bourbon Outfitters.
Yeah, we will put a link on Bourbon Outfitters. I think it'll be out by the time that it's not an affiliate link or anything. It's no association with us.
No, not zero.
If we like the product, of course, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll put the link to Bourbon Outfitters if you want to check it out below. But I'm really excited for this.
Price point? Any idea?
$129.99.
Okay, so about $130.
It is. It's not a cheap release, but if this has anything similar to this batch back here, the batch 2, the Brazen, I will probably buy another one.
Yeah, I hope you do.
Yeah.
I hope you do, because then I can have one.
That's saying something if Kurt wants
see.
If Kurt wants to do this.
We'll taste it first. And again, we'll always be honest, regardless of the fact. Thank you to whoever is responsible for sending this to us. But
I will say that David Jennings did send me the media sheet or something for this. I didn't read it. I don't really like to read.
David, I'm sorry.
So I probably missed some important details in there. I do know the price.
What can I say?
I know that it's an 8-year. It's Kentucky-distilled. It's batch number 3, Miz Kiss. It's barrel proof and 8-year. I think that's all I know.
All right, that's good enough, buddy.
Oh, there's like 600 some bottles total in this batch. 637, I think.
Okay, all right.
He did tell me though that this is a rye drinker's rye.
Okay.
So I love the batch too. I don't know if the folks that are really into bourbon and not into rye would have liked that, but I was told that this is a rye drinker's rye. So
wow. Well, Trenton's getting his first whiff of the aromas. Don't forget this Friday.
Oh yeah.
8 p.m. Central Time. Our first live stream of 2025. We're gonna have a fantastic time tasting barrel bourbon. They sent us, right? They sent us a lot of their favorite older batches that we've never even tried before, and we're gonna be sampling that on a blind at this Friday, 8 p.m. Central Time. Trenton, the nose on this, man, the aromas is like incredible.
The last time I smelled a rye this good was like I was very fortunate enough to pick up a Willet 11-year rye, and it was very quintessential Willet. It was very minty.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
This isn't quite as minty.
No.
it is a little minty. I do get a little bit of dill.
Tiny
and a little chocolate.
And I'm getting a massive amount of beautiful, just drizzled honey. Really nice honey notes.
Holy crap, you're right.
I get a lot of those honey notes quite a bit of the time from the Mizunara casks. I found that to be a little bit of a pattern for me.
I love Mizunara and I love French oak. Those are like some of my favorite. You get vanillas.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I didn't really put two and two together with
Vanilla.
the honey and the
The vanilla in here is fantastic. Now that you mention it's like a vanilla icing note.
Dude, it is.
Love that. It's just honey, vanilla icing. But the rye characteristics are true to form too, as well.
This as soon as you smell this, you're gonna know it's a rye. There's no mistaking that this is a rye. It's very, very nice. But it also has some things in it that are perplexing in a very nice way.
Yeah.
It's like making me
intriguing.
I don't know.
Very intriguing.
I wouldn't say based on the smell that this is like a traditional rye. Granted, it is finished in a Mizunara cask. But
finished, right. Love it so far.
Dude, that's honey, like a lot. Now I want Popeye's biscuits with a little honey on it. Dude, Popeye's biscuits, man. Oh, I'm craving them. DoorDash order incoming. Are you kidding? Bro.
I'm mouthing words to the camera, and I was waiting for you. I specifically mouthed, "Oh my god!"
This smells
Waiting
like
for your reaction.
aged honey.
It's 119 proof. Okay, 118 proof. Wow. I think it does drink to its proof, but I don't think it's overly spicy.
I'm almost at a loss for words on this one. It is such a good tradition. He was right. This is a rye drinker's rye.
It is.
It's very good. It's almost, and I do get so much of that honey transfers over. It's almost like it was finished in a honey cask.
It is incredible. I'm going to go on a limb here.
Uh-oh. I'm always nervous when you do that.
I generally do enjoy Mizunara cask finishes. Mm-hmm. Bourbon, rye, whatever it is, I enjoy it. Okay. Barrel Bourbon had their Mizunara last year.
Oh,
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm going to go on a limb here and say I'm hesitating just a touch. I'm being a little slow with my words only because I'm thinking. But I have to say this is the best Mizunara finished whiskey I've ever tasted.
This is
honest to goodness. And I loved Barrel's offering. Trust me when I tell you that. I really did. And there's other ones I've tried as well. But this is just a phenomenal job. It is pristine finish on here. The characteristics of the rye whiskey are true and pure, and the Mizunara just lends so much beautiful honeyed sweetness. It's incredible.
Usually, I have a little bit more to say, but I mean this is everything that you could ever love about a rye whiskey, and then it really exhibits this like honey, like matured honey, almost like fermented honey. It's a little funky.
He's right. When you said barrel aged honey,
yeah,
and it's probably not it's no such of a thing, but it's a way to relate what we're experiencing here, right?
Most of what I say isn't really a thing.
No, that related well to me in my brain. It really did, because it's a deeper, richer honey note.
Yeah, it's almost like a condensed down version, or I always forget the word when you like cook something down. Concentrate,
macerate,
something like that. But this is, if you don't like rye whiskey, I'll just come out and say you're probably not going to like this one because it is definitely a rye. There's no mistaking this in any form or fashion.
But that's what I love about it.
Yeah, dude, you're getting to be a rye drinker.
I love it though that any whiskey holds its true characteristics and stands firm in the tasting process, and then the finished process just adds all these other glorious tasting notes to the original rye whiskey notes. I love that about any whiskey. You know, to me, I've always said a million times, a finish is ruined when it overtakes the goodness of the whiskey, whether it's bourbon or whatever it is. You know, and this is just impeccably done.
This is probably the best example of an incredibly well balanced finished rye whiskey, and there's a lot of distilleries that do finished ryes very good. Prideful Goat did that 8-year rum finish. That was the first rum finish rye that I've ever loved.
I don't know if I've tasted it.
We might have done a video on it. It might have been a Patreon video. I can't remember, but you do have it here somewhere. I might have taken it. Sagamore, incredible, like probably one of the best rye finishers out there.
Oh yeah.
And this is just like the best of all the worlds for rye whiskey.
I'm gonna say one other thing, and I don't want to get too,
long in the tooth.
No, just too over the top in my platitudes about this particular whiskey, but Trenton has accumulated a couple of the BTAC rye whiskey releases. Thomas Handy.
And the Sazerac, yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of Sazerac, by the way, but I know
Roddy
that's an argument. That's another show. But I did like the time. I would rather prefer to drink this than the Thomas Handy BTAC release. That's just me. That might not be him because he's a rye whiskey guy. But with that Mizunara add additions to this particular sip, man, this is glorious to me.
I honestly, let us know if you want to see this because I'm genuinely contemplating putting this in a blind with like a Saz 18 or a Thomas Handy and like a higher aged Willet and some higher aged MGP stuff. And I don't.
Willet's tough though because those higher. I have one. What is mine? 8-year.
8-year. 7.
7. It's really good. But this is.
And that's saying
wonderful.
something. And this is an 8-year.
Yeah.
And I just wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh well. Yeah.
I would be absolutely shocked, honestly, if this doesn't make top 5 ryes of the year.
I'll strangle you myself. I don't know how I can't. But again, the year's young, so I just keep my mouth.
I'm saying.
Keep my mouth shut.
I really do like this line.
Yeah.
I hope that there are others that beat this out, just for the sake of me being selfish. But I truly believe
I get
that this is going to be top 5 ryes of the year, and it's only January. Granted, 600 some bottles. I can't remember what was on the sheet. I didn't read it. $129.99. If you want to check it out, it'll be in the description below. Like I said, it's not an affiliate link. We have no affiliation with Raconteur Rye or whatever.
Zero.
But
and I will say this too. David Jennings, Rare Bird 101. He's our friend. He's a friend of the channel, but we're not buddies. We don't hang out. I never met him in person.
We should hang out, though.
We should. Sometime this year, we should meet him in person. That's my goal. I told you that in a prior video. That's my goal. Sit down and have a pour of some wild turkey product with David Jennings would be like for me.
We should do a pic of this.
We should. We should.
We really should.
But I'll promise you this, and our community means the world to me. Our community in a whole means the world to me, and I will never be dishonest. Zero, never happen. It will not happen. If this product came up here and it was just okay, I would tell you it was just okay.
Yep.
I honestly would. As much respect as I have for David Jennings, I would tell you that up front. That's a fact. That's a promise that I will never stray away from in this channel. So for me to take this to a close, we've been gushing enough here, I think, for this particular bottle, but it was just really that good. I realize there's only 600 bottles. I realize that you have to go on Bourbon Outfitters to get it. I realize all that stuff, but I do want to tell you that for $130, I think it's well worth the money. I know it's a little over $100. I know it's a little pricey. I understand that. Some of you may just not buy it just because some people just say, if it's over $100, I'm not buying it, period.
Yeah,
I love that. And that's good. You have to stay true to whatever your financial responsibilities are. But for me, I always want to mention, is it worth it or not? For me, it is well worth $130.
I'm going to buy a backup, and I'm gonna make sure that I have several of these.
All right, guys. That's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. And once again, I want to let you know, Friday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, live stream. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm feeling it coming on, Trenton.
We have pizza?
It's gonna happen. We gotta have JJ Pizza here.
All right.
It's gotta happen.
I guess I'll go.
All right. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. We'll see you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.